Everybody, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're super excited about the speaker we have today. I'll turn it over to my good friend Kurt, and then we'll hop right into some great questions. How you doing today, Kurt?
Oh man, Sammy, Joe, I couldn't possibly be any better. Happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve, and what an honor and privilege. First off, I was with you all last week in person. We were hanging in Buffalo, New York. I know you got to do the Niagara Falls. We were talking about the Maid of the Mist, and you had such a wonderful, amazing time. And so, boy, we have a great conversation lined up here. Stacey, there she is. Stacey Dean is in the house, and Stacey is the proud owner with her husband of G.C Handrail. And Stacey, happy Thursday. How are you?
Good. How are you guys all doing?
We are doing so good. And so we've had the honor, you and I have worked together for the past couple of years. I've actually been at your facility, had a wonderful tour, and we have tons to talk about. You are just such an inspirational entrepreneur. Sammy Joe, let's dig right into our questions for Stacey today.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Kurt. And thank you for being here, Stacey. So for the first question, we just want to dive right into how did GC Handrail get started? And can you give us a little insight of what it's like owning a business with your spouse?
Okay, so Cody and I started our first business together in 1997 when we got married, and I moved to Alaska, all in the same time. Yeah.
Move to Alaska, get married, start a business, and
Crazy.
where did you move from before coming to Alaska?
At that time, I was living in Seattle,
Nice.
and he was living up here, like a lot of, Anyway, so I came up. We started our business, and it was definitely diving into the deep end of the pool between the business and getting married and moving to Alaska because it's very different here. And so anyway, we did that. That was 97. We started our construction company, which is still in operation. It's a home remodeling business. It's doing well. And we started our second business, which is the one I'm here for, which is GC Handrail, which started out as part of a product that we were manufacturing for our in-house use because we didn't like what was on the market. So we decided we didn't like what was on the market because the quality was poor, the installation methods were awful, and lead times were very long, and the cost was prohibitive. So we decided to do better, and we did. And we had some time to evolve, to come up with our own that we really liked, and we started using it and had been using it for over 10 years in our own business before we started manufacturing it to sell. And when we decided we were going to sell, we decided we really needed to be able to support it 100%, customer service wise and installation wise, and be able to convey how to put it together easily, because the other guys all have terrible installation information. So that was our goal, is, that anybody could install it. It's not rocket science, and it doesn't need to be. So that's why we simplified it and made it straightforward. And that was our goal. So we had to do a lot of videos in order to get that information across. So yeah, so in order to make that all happen, videos are like the cornerstone of our business. And we broke everything into planning, buying, and building, 3 pages on our website. And so each page has the videos necessary to plan, to buy, and to build. And so I think it worked out great. Cody and I had fun doing them. And, we just hung up drop cloths in the shop on the walls, and got the camera out and shot them. And we didn't have any experience. We figured it all out. So, yeah. So that was fun.
Okay, so few things. Let's unpack a couple things right there, Stacey. So first off, what an inspiration. Move, get married, launch and start your business. You guys are in a contracting business, and you see a need in the market. There's a problem, and you just say, "Hey, we can't find a solution." You're going to raise your hand, and let's try to figure it out on ourselves. Let's go there for a minute. Like, what was the learning curve on your part as far as going there? Like, what talk about like some of the ups, downs, maybe the oops, the hiccups, and like how did you start hitting victories?
So when we started making handrails for our own use, it was the profile, the shape of the actual post that we played around with lots of different profiles to find the correct profile that we could get the repeatability and the strength that we needed. The next big problem that we had is there's generally 10 holes per post. We had to not just invent the product, what we wanted to use. We had to invent our own manufacturing methods. So we actually made our own machinery so that we could drill a lot of holes really rapidly without going CNC, because the costs just were so much more than you could ever make. So you have to look at your return on investment. If I spend millions on this machinery and equipment, am I going to be able to? And you can't pump that much out drilling one hole at a time. So we actually invented quite a few things. We made our own punch presses so that we could press our plates and everything. So we had to really fight a lot of different things. We had to figure out if we really wanted to use aluminum or if we wanted to use stainless or steel or whatever it may be. We even tried wood. We tried quite a few different things, and it's been fun. We like to play around and invent and test things. I mean, that's if you're going to be in business, you got to be into testing things, and you got to be willing to fail.
You got to be willing to fail. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Yeah. Sammy, Joe, let's keep it rolling. I know you've got a bunch of great questions for Stacey. What's next on your list?
Perfect. So can we hop into why did you decide to serve this particular market? Like, why handrails? I know you had the construction business, but what led you to handrails?
Handrails are a problem in a lot of homes built prior to 1990. The old handrail code in most homes allowed for 6-inch openings. The new code, started in about 91, I think, required 4-inch openings. So if you have a house from the 80s or from the 70s or 60s, chances are when you go to sell your house, you have a problem. The holes are too big. So we know there's a product that we get a lot of calls on. What can I do? Or the style is ugly. People did things really rapidly here in the 70s and 80s. Things were happening. They threw houses together and without any thought to anybody living in them long term or how they would look. So we wanted to do something that was simple and easy. Initially, my husband just wanted to do decks, and that was it. And I was like, no, we have to do interiors too. And that's when we hit on the whole split level house, changing the entry of a split level house. And all of a sudden, bringing a house into a current style. So I think if you just sell a product, that's one thing, but you really have to address how the customer is going to implement it and how they actually will use it. It's great to make a piece of literature and this is what you think, but getting that feedback and really seeing what people can do with your product is really so you can move it to the next point, I think.
Well, that's fantastic. And so for anybody listening in Alaska and you have a home prior to 1990, you need to reach out to G.C Handrail. Stacey has your solution, she's your savior, right? And it's two things. Stacey, you're hitting it right on the head. Aesthetically, you have a much more pleasing solution. It's attractive. It's a conversation piece, safety, and then again, it's code compliant. So I love what you guys did. You understood the market, you listened to your customers, and you come in with a powerful, wonderful solution. And again, I've had the honor and privilege of seeing these firsthand at your shop. You have them right on display. Stop by and visit Stacey and Cody, and they can show you some really wonderful solutions here. So I love the origin story, Sammy, Joe. We love hearing like how you got this party started. What do you have next on our list for Stacey?
Yeah, and I just want to echo what you were saying, Kurt. I've also seen them, and I am obsessed with them. So they are definitely very appealing and very attractive. So everyone should go check them out. I want to hear the next question we have for you is, what separates you from your competitors, and like what makes your product the best? Why should people choose GC Handrail?
It's simple.
Love it.
It's simple. I mean, we didn't make it complex to install. We didn't make it complex to buy. And, we didn't make it complex to maintain.
Right.
So we made it easy to buy. We made it easy to get in touch with customer service. We make it easy. You get it quick. Our lead time is 2 to 3 weeks. So everything is simple. And yeah, so that's, I think the what we really try to do is simple.
So Stacey, let's hit on that, because I know sometimes we want to make things easy and simple, but sometimes they're not, right? And what I absolutely love, I heard this line, Sammy Joe, I heard this line this year, and I love sharing it. I love repeating it and see if it resonates with anybody out there. Somebody shared on one of our webinars, it might have been on the live show here. They said, you know what? It's dumb not to dumb it down. It's dumb not to dumb it down. And so you've said it repeatedly, Stacey. We simplified the process. We made it easy. So you're giving the easy button. Can you share a little bit? Was there something from a previous life? Was there something from your professional career? How did you and Cody just come in with just this relentless drive to make it easy for your customer?
Well, we both have experience working for manufacturers, for being working in distribution, and also having a construction company too. And also, of course, being users. So we had a lot of different areas. And then I have a degree in manufacturing, oddly enough. But anyway, so we had, a broad exposure to things. And so the thing that we looked at was just our experience dealing with the public. What kinds of questions do they have? How can we make this simple? And so we came up with a kit versus trying to break it down into pieces and parts. And that was one of the big things that so many people get frustrated with. They get this huge bill of materials of all these nuts and bolts and things that they need when they talk to other people. And it's like, they don't care how many bolts they need. Just send them what they need. Do you really need to get that detailed?
Right.
The bill of materials goes to the shop. The pick ticket, the customer doesn't need to see that on the quote. Yeah. I think also so many manufacturers want to push everybody to going on into a website and plugging their measurements into a website. And I think that's a mistake because especially interior handrails are far more complex than that. And you really need a couple of photos and you really need the human touch. But you can do a quick takeoff without I just hate to see people being forced to draw it online and do their own takeoff. I think that's a software direction I don't think we would go in.
Okay. And then real quick, when I had the honor and privilege, you had a program that you've worked with through the Alaska MEP, and I've had the honor and privilege of getting to know you and your business and just really admire, so much what you've done. Videos. We constantly preach to, Sammy Joe, we're constantly preaching videos. We're here doing a live stream here at the Alaska MEP. Very powerful tool. What inspired you and Cody? Was there an aha moment? Or again, did you just boy, it's just not that complicated. It's super simple. Let's just start doing some videos to help our clients. What inspired the video direction for you?
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember.
Great answer.
We thought of taking pictures and, because a lot of manufacturers, they have pictures and you read through the guide and it's point one and they'll have a picture of something and a couple little drawings and tell you. And my husband and I are looking at that going, that just really doesn't help people.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things we just kind of fell into. And it was kind of accidental, I gotta say, but it has been the way to save people though. If we can tell them watch XYZ video, that'll fix your problem.
Excellent. So again, check out G.C Handrail, check out their YouTube channel, go through their website. They have great examples, wonderful videos, and it's just a step-by-step process. Sammy Joe, what do you have next on our list of questions for today?
Yeah, and I just want to say I wanted to highlight the human touch. I also think that's very important, and the fact that you are still willing to go that extra mile and deliver that to your customers, I always think goes a long way. So I know I always appreciate that. Okay, so next we want to talk to you. So what have been the reasons or contributors to your dramatic growth and long-term success?
Well, we do something a little different. We rent our tools versus selling them. Everybody else wants to sell you their tools. We rent them. And they're expensive if you go buy them. So why not rent them? We have a nice toolbox. They ship all over the state for about $40 by priority mail. So when I get them back, whether somebody's here locally or wherever, when they get them back, I ask for photos of their project before, during, after, and then I give them a gift card for $50 to the local hardware store. And yeah, so that's where all my photos come from: Instagram, Facebook, our website. And so people love sharing their ideas, whether it's a contractor or a homeowner. And they love sharing their home because it's been such a huge transformation for them. And some of the people just, I had one guy posted his photos, and his wife popped up and said, "Yes, my husband did that for me for Christmas. That's my house." It's like, exactly. We want people to connect. Alaska's a big, small town. If you can bring the human factor in, it changes everything, I think.
Well, I tell you, your business acumen, your entrepreneurship, what do I want to say, Sammy Joe? Like your instincts are just off the charts, and I just
Right.
love it. And you think, like, next to, like, say, family, what's more important, right? Your home. Where do you spend all your time?
Mm-hmm.
Your home, and
Mm-hmm.
you're making that emotional connection, beautifying their home again, safety, code compliant, and just a wonderful. And you've thought of, like, every single little step. Like, gee, I'm going to buy these tools and then use them once. Well, no, I can rent them from Stacey and then send them back. And now you're going to give me a gift card to send you a picture. Thank you very much. I'd be honored to send you a picture. And now you're going to show off my baby, my beautiful home here. And so I love your strategy. Absolutely brilliant. Kudos to you, Sammy Joe. What's your takeaway? What do you think of this?
I love that. I especially love when you said Alaska is a big, small town, because like that is so true. I mean, we are so big and vast, but I gotta say, it's almost like everyone knows everyone, or like they can just kind of connect. You're just running into people all over the state, and so the fact that they're able to connect in that way, I think, is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is nice. Yeah.
So the next question I wanted to dive into, so I know we have been super honored to have a relationship with you via Alaska MEP, and I've been working with you for a number of years now. So can you talk about some of the resources you have used, or give examples to others out there that it may be a benefit to, that you've been able to take advantage of?
The first thing is I didn't feel like I was alone. I took SBA classes when we first started our business 26 years ago. I took a lot of SBA, SBDC classes, and but it was everybody that was in there, and all kinds of businesses. And at the time, I was a contractor. I didn't really connect with a lot of the people in the rooms. It's really nice to go and say, okay, manufacturing, that's really a solid core thing. And it's really nice to have people say, yeah, we really want to grow this segment of Alaska's market. And so it was really nice to hook up with you guys and hear all those issues, that we're all on the same page, but to listen to what our complaints are, and what things have worked for us, but the infrastructure that's needed to facilitate growth of manufacturing in Alaska too. But the thing that's been really helpful is all the classes, all the seminars. Many of them were over many weeks of time, so that you could really develop your ideas over a period of time, instead of a 2-hour seminar, which I've done those too. But for me personally, every other week over a period of, a couple of months works really well, because it gives me the time to really percolate and really grow over time. And you guys have really done that on the sales and marketing part of things, the SEO, whatever it may be. All those things have just really helped tremendously. Selling in my existing business and residential remodeling is one thing. Selling in the home handrail business is totally different. because I'm selling to a DIY or a contractor that's installing my product versus me going in their home and doing the install. So it's a different kind of customer. Yeah. So the classes just really showed me that I'm still learning.
Well, again, back to your entrepreneurial instincts. Absolutely love this, Stacey. And so again, I've had the honor and privilege of working with you through our friends at the Alaska MEP. And I'll tell you, total inspiration. And on top of everything else, you talk, customer service, making it simple, making it easy, and understanding everything that you just mentioned. I love, the curiosity, the eagerness to be the active learner. As entrepreneurships, as an entrepreneur, well, you really almost never have it figured out. And I just love how, you've come down to Kenai for workshops that we've done in Kenai. You've been online with our cohorts. I know you're dear friends with Wesleyan. She's
Yes.
coming up. She's going to be in Alaska in a couple
Yeah.
weeks here. And hey, we've got some Megans here today. Man, I got to spend time with Megan in Buffalo. Megan, sending you tons of love. What an inspiration you are. She's dropping a couple comments here. And so again, great resources here at the Alaska MEP. Dr. Alyssa Rodriguez, new team members. We've got Kasim, Bentley, Peyton's now a full-time employee. Megan just joined the team. And of course, my esteemed partner in crime, Sammy Joe. Sammy, what's next on our list for the questions here?
Thank you, Kurt. And thank you so much, Stacey, for your wonderful words. I know we've really enjoyed getting to work with you these last few years, and even super excited because you are now a member of our board, and we always appreciate your insight. So thank you, Stacey. So lastly, one of my favorite questions to ask is, what are you most excited about for the future of G.C Handrail?
Well, we purchased 2.5 acres of industrial land out in Chukia.
Wow.
That's amazing.
We've got the well in. Unfortunately, we went through 2 coal seams, so we're trying to figure out how to deal with coal in the water. But we're getting the land's cleared, the septic is going in. So we're getting close. We'd like to get a building in starting next year. So unfortunately, I think it's snowing down to 2,000 feet today. So fall is here. So I don't think we'll be getting a foundation in anytime soon. So yeah, that's our next direction, is building a commercial building and moving manufacturing to a bigger place.
That is amazing, though. Like, your growth that is coming. It might not be starting right this second, but in the near future, you have it. It's too bad winter is just coming too soon, it always seems, but that is so exciting. I'm super happy for you.
Well, it's nice because we'll be able to build our own.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Make it exactly how you want it and get it designed perfectly.
Yeah. So it was really nice. Yesterday, I had somebody come by that wanted to sell me countertops. They're a new fabricator here in town. I chatted with her for a little bit, and I said, you really need to get in touch with MEP Alaska and meet with them and find out how they can help you market your business and sell your product and get you out there, and really how to connect with people so that you can expand things. And she just thought, oh my gosh, that's great. I didn't know there was these resources. So, and that's been really nice, is to be able to refer people your way. And I hope more people come your way, because you guys do have a lot of options for people to get involved and up their game.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. And thank you, Stacey. And again, being a board member at the Alaska MEP, being a great advocate and friend of the organization is just wonderful. I know when we were together in person in June, we were at a little workshop. You shared that you've had wonderful growth through 2022, 2023. And just share a little bit, like, if you want to talk about like what's been happening at the business through 23, and again with the new building, the growth. Talk a little bit about like what's the outlook looking from a sales standpoint, what you're super excited about on top of the new property that you have.
I think next year we can double again. I think so. The real trick is going to be putting in a building quick enough that we can utilize it, that we aren't just bogged down in construction, and that we can get moved into it relatively quickly. We're only 2 lots down from 3-phase power, which is a big deal. And so we can do that relatively easily. The permitting process in Chugach is way easier than it is in Anchorage. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I think we'll double again next year. We doubled the first half this year. We did over double what we did all of last year. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been really nice. It's been really, really nice.
Well,
It's
how
incredible.
about Sammy Joe? How about another huge round of applause for Stacey? And I'll tell you
Thank you.
what an inspiration you are. And boy, a lot of golden nuggets here. So, well, I know Sammy Joe, we'll start winding down here. So, first off, Stacey, we salute you, we applaud you, we commend you. You and Cody, thank you for being such an inspiration. You know what a great community steward you are for Anchorage and for all of Alaska, and just driving great solutions for people's homes, beautifying their homes, helping them with improving their codes, all their standards. And so we really commend you for what you're doing there. And from an entrepreneurial standpoint, boy, if you're catching this now, or if anything that you missed, hit that rewind button. And this was really a masterclass on anywhere that you're struggling in your business. Here's a seasoned veteran entrepreneur that can tell you, like, hey, we've made some mistakes. And even at this stage of the game, Stace, what I really admire is how you're just an eager learner of, like, how can we just keep bettering ourselves. And no surprise that you're doubling your business every year like that. So hats off to you. We just salute you, applaud you. Sammy Joe, what an honor and privilege it is for us, week in and week out, month in, month out, to, be around just folks of inspiration like Stacey. What a gift this is, right?
No, absolutely. It's definitely a gift. We so appreciate Stacey. I feel like there was multiple mic drops during this conversation, some gold that you were giving, and just like the different ways that you've persevered and kept pushing to now be doubling your business, to be getting a commercial property. I mean, that is incredible and inspiring. So I really appreciate you taking the time to go on here and share that with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And I do want to thank my husband for being a fantastic business partner. 26 years as business partners and married for 26 years. He's just been a fantastic guy, just always coming up with new ideas. You got to divide and conquer, or work together, or however it works, and make it happen. That's for sure.
Love that. Beautiful partnership in business and in life. You're very lucky. Like, that is just amazing.
Yeah, it is. We are lucky. We know it. So,
well,
thank you.
Let's put this in perspective, and we won't get into like the marriage success rates, because we probably have an idea of how. But 26 years of marriage. I just celebrated my 25th, so I'm 1 year behind you. But let's put this in perspective. 4 out of 5 businesses fail in the first 5 years. 4 out of 5 businesses fail in the first 5 years, and then that number just completely keeps going down with every 5-year cycle. And to put this in perspective, Stacey, you've survived that cycle 5 times. The survival rate of a business surpassing 26 years, I believe, is something under like 4%. So when
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's under 4%. So, you and Cody, how about tonight? Why don't you guys go out and have like a little special dinner, or maybe whatever your favorite, drink is. You guys clink glasses tonight and celebrate each other for, being relentless entrepreneurs and surviving that cycle, because you are in a very slim survival rate of entrepreneurs. And again, that's nothing to take lightly. So once again, we just salute you. We applaud you for doing such a wonderful job. So Stacey, thank you. Sammy Joe, why don't you close us out, take us home? We appreciate everything here today. This was just what a gift, man. This was awesome.
No, this was amazing. Thank you, Stacey. I agree with Kurt. You should definitely go cheers some champagne or whatever your favorites is. I did want to say we do have an upcoming sales training opportunity. It is in person. It'll be hosted by Wesley and Greer. It is a 2-day in-person sales training in Anchorage. You can find out about it and get registered right on our website. We're super excited. And those dates are coming up October 10th and 11th. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of Wesley being in person and get some great sales training tips and strategies. I know Stacey has previously went through a course with Wesley virtually, and I think that this is just such a gift to be able to get her to come to Anchorage in person and deliver this training. So we're super excited. Did want to give that, and we do these lives every other Thursday. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sammy Joe. Thank you, Stacey.
Bye-bye.